Zubats. Bledsoe is out there with Jackson, and it's George in at the small forward position. And for the Warriors, Curry and Poole have the guard spots. In at the small and power forward, it's Wiggins in green. And it's Looney in at the 5 spot. And the rejection by Zubats. George, that's a 2-pointer. It's rebounded by Golden State. Outside, Green. And there's the pass to Curry. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by George. Here's Los Angeles now. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
Really a disappointing effort. That game could have and should have been closer than it was.
Listen, I don't fault the effort. That was there all night. It was the quality of play that was lacking. There was not a ton of cohesion. They've got to figure it out.
First trip to the line for him here.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Doris, at this point of the season, we see which teams have gotten better. What's the toughest threshold, do you think, to cross?
I think breaking through and becoming that championship team, that one team standing when the last game has been played. Listen, if you've struggled for long stretches, getting to 500, can be a process. But to me, those teams that can cross from perennial postseason participant to NBA champion, that is the hardest threshold.
Now Bledsoe after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Excellent D there from George.
Nothing going right on the offensive end. 0 for 4 from the field. They needed that. Just 1 for 5 to start this ball game.
Bounce pass from Bledsoe. Jackson looking it over. Back to Bledsoe. Six on the shot clock. Kicks to George. From deep three-point range, here's Zubats. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Now here's Jackson. 17 points for him last game against Memphis. And he converts the layup.
I'll tell you, you have to take pride in finishing through contact. You get the sense Marcus Morris relishes that chance.
Doris, you look at Marcus Morris, a very solid 3 and D type of forward.
That's exactly right, because think about it, Morris, early in his career, there was a reluctance to shoot the range shot. He was more mid-range guy, but credit him for putting in the work. Now Marcus is a deadly three-point shooter, and he brings a size and physicality on the defensive end. Paul George is very difficult to contain on a dribble drive. He's got length, handle, and size. Good luck.
Poole the pass to Curry. From past the arc. He doesn't hit that one. The Clippers go the other way with it.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Bledsoe passes to Zubats. Outside for Jackson. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The 2K leaderboard provides us now with this list of last season's assist leaders. Draymond Green, 4th.
Very few guys pass the ball better than he did. I mean, he didn't just have eyes in the back of his head. It's almost as if he had them on both sides, too.
Some changes for Golden State. Bjelica, he checks in for Green. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Andrew Wiggins. Moody subbed in for Stephen Curry. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. Mann comes in for George. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Eric Bledsoe. And it's Justin Winslow in for Jackson. Shots good by Kennard.
How about that? Luke Kennard looking very comfortable on the interior. That's a tremendous finish.
Bjelica passes to Moody. Here's Looney. 29 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Porter. No good again that time.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Now here's Winslow. Nice D from Porter. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. On Monday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Portland Trailblazers. Then on Wednesday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Post-tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. Jackson is out there at Bledsoe. And it's George in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Warriors, Curry and Poole have the guard spots. In at the small and power forward, it's Wiggins and Green. And it's Looney in at the 5 spot. Just 5 on the clock. Here's George. No good on that one. Wiggins with some nice D. Here's Green. That shot misses. And the Clippers will come the other way. Last time in San Francisco, they lost to the Warriors.
And they lost a close one last time they saw each other. And you have to think that it was the foul trouble that really kept them from getting the win.
Yeah, some of their starters had to take an early seat on the bench, and that ruined the rhythm and flow they were trying to establish.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. And the rejection by Zubac. Golden State needs to get off a shot. The 3 from Poole. And they recover it. It's Curry outside. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
You know you can count on Draymond Green to make good decisions. This guy comes up with a lot of terrific assists.
Here's Jackson. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
And that one's good. Wiggins. Early on here, Greg, we already see some second-year players looking much improved over their rookie seasons.
Yeah, and if you put in the work, you're not guessing as much. You're comfortable now with the speed and physicality of the game. And I know I cut way back on my turnovers at the start of my second year. The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
And Green slams it in.
Great example of the awareness Curry brings to the game. Such a good feel for understanding what the defense is doing and how to find the open spots.
Jackson dishes to George. Poked away. Poole with it. Now guarded by Bledsoe. Poole no good. Clippers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Amazing to think some questioned if Curry could lead on his own, isn't it, Doris? He has answered the critics quickly.
One 62-point outburst showed how dominant he is. After missing almost all of 2020, some began to doubt Mr. Curry. I don't think anyone is going to make that mistake again.
Takes the 3, and another 3 for Golden State.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Curry passes to Looney. Back to Curry. From deep three-point range, Eric Bledsoe grabs the miss.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Zubac. Wiggins with some nice D.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Here's Curry. Rebound by the Clippers.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Warriors lead by 4. And we'll be back.